So Ariel Helwani is in deep with this Francis Ngannou stuff. Now that the news with one championship has passed Francis and we figured out that he was asking for way more than Francis Ngannou is worth, people have been flying actually back to Ariel Helwani because now Francis looks like he's going to be stuck with either Bellator or the PFL, and he is probably not going to get nearly as much money as he thought he was. And we're going to talk about Ariel Helwani. We're actually going to go visit his comment section today because the Ariel Helwani's viewers are finally actually turning on him. And it's not like I'm happy. We'll get into it in just a second. I do want to do my intro here. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about Helwani. So like I said, I'm not going to visit Ariel Helwani's channel and be like, just, hey, yay, everybody's like hating on Helwani right now. I like Ariel Helwani's interviews. I think he's fantastic at what he does, but it is very, very clear, and so many of us saw this coming with Francis Ngannou, that Ariel Helwani was just cheering Francis Ngannou on because he kind of wanted to stick it to Dana White. He wanted one of the fighters to leave Dana for once. So we all saw that coming. Francis Ngannou, he fed his head with ideas, hopes, dreams, all of that stuff, and now Francis is getting none of it. So I do want to bring you to Ariel Helwani's page here because he uploaded another video yet defending Francis, and this isn't the first one. This is I believe the second one. I watched the whole thing of the first one. I'm going through the second one right now, and like, you know what, I like his videos, so I'm even gonna give him a like here. But his own comment section is actually turning on him, and this is where Ariel's gotta just stop defending it because he's still like, oh my god, Francis could sign tomorrow for, and this is one of the things that he actually said. Of course, I'm paraphrasing though. Like, this is one of his messages. Hey, you know what? We don't know anything about Francis Ngannou. He could sign for more money than any fighter's ever made tomorrow, like as if that's gonna happen. But like, this is even all of the top comments. Ariel led Francis astray, talking about him, Fury and Wilder, as if they were dying to fight Francis. Out of Francis' world, when he first spoke to Ariel, back when he's a free contract from the UFC, he wanted Fury or Joshua, boxing first, then he'll possibly do MMA. Now we are talking about Francis and PFL versus, I don't even know who that is, Dante Del Gia. Is that the heavyweight champion? How is that not fumbling the bag? Ariel is coping so hard. Also, Ariel, I never said that he needed that. He told him, do whatever you want. Ariel is coping, and it's just he's still not being honest about it. That's the problem with it. He's still encouraging Francis Ngannou, and I feel like at this point Francis Ngannou is still going to listen because Francis Ngannou is still going there asking for too much money. Ariel, I did nothing wrong ever, Helwani. Francis left millions of dollars on the table walking away from the UFC. Ariel was one of his cheerleaders for doing this. Stupid decision. This is a really, really good one. Ariel, you are part of the reason Francis is unemployed. You really gassed that man up. Now the 4 biggest promotions passed on him. And I could go on and on about it. Like, you can see, like, I think you've been dishonest with Ngannou. Francis thinks he's a massive draw only because of the show, and Ariel's hate towards Dana. That's another really good one. We could go on forever, but the point is, all of these comments, they are actually turning on Ariel Helwani. It's just really sad to see, but I have a little bit of like an internal problem like on who to blame here because Francis obviously doesn't know any better, and Ariel Helwani is encouraging him more and more to tarnish his whole legacy, his entire career. You know what I mean? He's going to be unemployed probably maybe forever. Who knows? Unless he does like take a deal with the PFL, but it's not going to be nearly as much as he wanted. It's probably going to be worse. He's not going to get any fame. And I was watching someone else, I believe it was the MMA Guru. I believe, like, please correct me if don't take this, or take it with a grain of salt. He said that what people are going to do, if it wasn't him, I saw some other channel. If what people are going to do if Francis Ngannou fights in the PFL, people are not going to watch a fight. They're not going to buy any pay-per-views. They're going to look it up on YouTube the next day. You'll find the clips on TikTok. You'll find the clips somewhere, but you will not watch Francis Ngannou fight live. That's so accurate. He needed to sign with, like, he needed to stop and fight immediately right after he was UFC champion. That was his biggest selling point. And now Ariel is still encouraging him to this day. And the comments are correct. All he's doing is coping. He even at one point called everybody just bots, all the fans that are just wanting to go and hate on Francis Ngannou. He's everybody that's criticizing him right now, he's going around and saying that everybody just hates Francis Ngannou. Everybody's hopping on the Ngannou hate train. Everybody wants to see a man fail. And it's like, no, we're just like, all the fans are blaming you and even your own viewers at this point because he's still coping. He's still uploading and still talking about this and not, but like what are you supposed, I don't know what I expect him to do because what's the alternative? Him go, yeah, I just hate Dana White and I ruined somebody's career. And that just because I didn't like Dana White. Like, I don't really expect him to just come clean, but he's still coping. Like, at least just drop it at this point. You know what I mean? At least just go silent on the situation. And when Francis Ngannou signs with somebody, if Francis Ngannou signs with somebody, then you could be happy for him. You're like, yay, Francis Ngannou got his worth. You know what I mean? You could just pretend in that sense, but to still fight back with people and still even call your own viewers bots, that's crazy to me. Ariel Helwani is in a lot of the MMA media. It's not just him, but he was probably the biggest thing, you know what I mean? And again, I love what Ariel does. I really, really do. I watch so much of his stuff. And that's the reason I always hear him talk about Francis Ngannou. You know what I mean? But this is just not the way to go about it. I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you think that all the fans are finally realizing who the problem is in this Francis Ngannou situation? But then again, and then this is something else that I wanted to talk about. You got to put some personal responsibility on Francis Ngannou. Why did he listen to Ariel Helwani? You know what I mean? Why is he listening to people? Why is he letting people influence his own decisions? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know what to think. It's just, it sucks that Ariel Helwani's coping. It sucks that this whole situation is here. He's got to drop it because it's only going to get worse if he continues to upload, because even his own viewers, as we've taken a look at, and then these comments go forever, man. These comments go forever. You just got to drop it. You just got to stop talking about it. That's the way out of it. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching this video.